Welcome back to my channel. After delving into top Band 9 scripts, I've gathered some of the most powerful idioms that can truly elevate your responses. Whether you're gearing up for the test or simply aiming to enrich your English skills, these expressions will help you sound more natural and confident. Let's get started.
Throw in the towel. To give up or admit defeat. After trying to meet the project deadline for weeks, I almost decided to throw in the towel, but my team encouraged me to keep going. My brother was struggling with his math homework, but I told him not to throw in the towel, he just needed to ask for help. Even though our team was losing, the coach told us to keep playing and not throw in the towel until the final whistle. Break the ice. To initiate conversation in a social setting. To help break the ice during the first team meeting, our manager organized a fun icebreaker activity to encourage everyone to share something about themselves. When I traveled to Japan, I tried to break the ice with locals by learning a few basic Japanese phrases, which helped me connect with them better. At the start of the new school year, I invited some classmates over for pizza to break the ice and make new friends. A blessing in disguise. A good thing that seems bad at first. Losing my job was a blessing in disguise because it pushed me to start my own business, which I love more than my previous job. When my flight was delayed, it turned out to be a blessing in disguise because I met some interesting travelers and made new friends at the airport. My family's move to a new city felt difficult at first, but it was a blessing in disguise because we found a wonderful community and new opportunities. The ball is in your court. It's your turn to take action. After I presented my ideas for the new project, my boss said the ball is in your court to decide how to move forward. I told my friend that I'm ready to help with her event planning, so now the ball is in her court to let me know what she needs. I've given my parents my thoughts on the vacation plans, and now the ball is in their court to decide where we should go. Piece of cake. Something very easy to do. Completing the report was a piece of cake since I had all the information I needed ready. Baking cookies is a piece of cake for me because I've done it so many times before. Learning to ride a bike was a piece of cake for my younger brother, he picked it up on the first try. Once in a blue moon. Very rarely. I only get to work from home once in a blue moon, so I really enjoy it when I do. My friends and I meet for dinner once in a blue moon because everyone has such busy schedules. I visit my hometown once in a blue moon, but when I do, I cherish every moment spent with my family. Burn the midnight oil. To work late into the night. During the busy season, I often have to burn the midnight oil to complete all my projects on time. I had to burn the midnight oil last week to finish reading my book for the book club meeting. When I'm painting, I sometimes lose track of time and end up burning the midnight oil to finish my artwork. Under the weather. Feeling ill. I felt a bit under the weather yesterday, so I decided to take a sick day and rest at home. My sister has been under the weather lately, so we are helping her with chores until she feels better. When my friend was feeling under the weather, I brought her some soup to help her recover. Cost an arm and a leg. Very expensive. The new software for our team costs an arm and a leg, but it will really improve our productivity. I want to visit Europe, but the flights cost an arm and a leg during the summer holidays. The designer dress I saw at the store costs an arm and a leg, so I'll wait for a sale before buying it. Call it a day. To stop working for the day. After finishing the last report, we decided to call it a day and go home early. I was painting for hours, but when I felt tired, I chose to call it a day and finish the artwork tomorrow. After a fun day of hiking, we agreed to call it a day and head back to the campsite for dinner. Bite the bullet. To face a difficult situation. Even though I was nervous about the presentation, I decided to bite the bullet and give it my best effort. When my parents faced financial difficulties, they had to bite the bullet and make some tough choices about their expenses. I knew I needed to visit the dentist, so I finally decided to bite the bullet and make an appointment, despite my fear. A taste of your own medicine. Experiencing what you have done to others. When my colleague started taking credit for my ideas, I gave him a taste of his own medicine by presenting one of his ideas as my own. After always teasing her friends, Jenna finally got a taste of her own medicine when they playfully joked about her favorite movie. My brother often annoys me with loud music, so when he was studying for exams, I gave him a taste of his own medicine by playing my music loudly. Let the cat out of the bag. To reveal a secret. During the meeting, Sarah let the cat out of the bag about the new project before it was officially announced. I accidentally let the cat out of the bag about my sister's surprise birthday party while chatting with her. When Tom was excitedly talking about the vacation plans, he let the cat out of the bag about our trip to the beach. Kick the bucket. To die. My colleague joked that his computer might kick the bucket if he didn't back up his files soon. In the novel, the main character's pet dog kicks the bucket, which leads to an emotional journey for the owner. We often make lighthearted jokes about our old car, saying it might kick the bucket on our next road trip. Caught between a rock and a hard place. Facing a difficult decision. When my boss asked me to choose between a promotion that required relocation or staying in my current position, I felt caught between a rock and a hard place. My parents are caught between a rock and a hard place because they want to support my education, but they also need to save money for retirement. When planning our vacation, I was caught between a rock and a hard place, as my friends wanted to go to the beach, but I preferred the mountains. The early bird catches the worm. Being early leads to success. I always arrive early at the office because I believe the early bird catches the worm, and it helps me finish my tasks on time. We booked our flights as soon as we heard about the sale, remembering that the early bird catches the worm when it comes to finding good deals. My friend signed up for the painting class right away, knowing that the early bird catches the worm and spots fill up quickly. Actions speak louder than words. What you do is more important than what you say. During the team project, I realized that actions speak louder than words when my colleague stayed late to help us meet the deadline. My parents always taught me that actions speak louder than words, so they showed their love by spending time with us instead of just saying it. When my friend was going through a tough time, I learned that actions speak louder than words. Just being there for her made a big difference. In the same boat. In a similar situation. During the project deadline, my team and I were all in the same boat, working late hours to complete our tasks. When my friends and I faced challenges with our exams, we realized we were in the same boat and could support each other. After moving to a new city, my siblings and I felt in the same boat as we adjusted to our new school and surroundings together. When pigs fly. Something that will never happen. My boss said he would give us a bonus every month, but I believe that will happen when pigs fly. My friend thinks he will start exercising regularly, but I told him that will only happen when pigs fly. My parents promised they would let me stay out late on a school night, but I know that will be when pigs fly. It's not rocket science. It's simple or easy. Learning to use the new software at work is easy, it's not rocket science, and I'm sure you'll pick it up quickly. Teaching my younger brother how to cook pasta is simple, it's not rocket science, and he can do it with a little practice. Setting up the new smartphone is straightforward, honestly, it's not rocket science, so you'll have it done in no time. A dime a dozen. Very common. In the tech industry, new apps are a dime a dozen, so it's important to create something unique to stand out. Romance novels are a dime a dozen at the bookstore, but finding a good mystery novel can be more challenging. People who claim they can help you get rich quick are a dime a dozen, so it's wise to be cautious and do your research. Get your act together. To become organized or efficient. If you want to meet the project deadline, you need to get your act together and focus on your tasks. My parents told me I should get my act together and start studying if I want to improve my grades. After missing several meetings, my friend realized it was time to get her act together. Under the gun. Under pressure to perform. I was under the gun to finish the report before the meeting, so I worked late to get it done. My parents were under the gun to prepare for our family gathering, but they managed to make everything ready in time. The main character in the story was under the gun to solve the mystery before the deadline, creating a lot of tension. Caught red-handed. Caught in the act of doing something wrong. The employee was caught red-handed taking office supplies home without permission, leading to disciplinary action. My little sister was caught red-handed eating the cookies I had hidden for later. When my friend tried to sneak into the movie without a ticket, he was caught red-handed by the staff. Piece of the pie. A share of something, often profit. After the successful project, everyone in the team wanted a piece of the pie in the upcoming bonuses. My parents want to ensure that each child gets a fair piece of the pie when they divide the inheritance. During our group project, I made sure everyone contributed so that everyone could enjoy a piece of the pie in the final grade. Fish out of water. Feeling uncomfortable or out of place. On my first day at the new job, I felt like a fish out of water because I didn't know anyone or how things worked. When my relatives started discussing sports, I felt like a fish out of water since I know very little about it. At the art gallery opening, I felt like a fish out of water because I am not familiar with art and didn't know how to talk about it. On the ball. Alert and efficient. Our manager is always on the ball, quickly solving problems before they become bigger issues. My mother is really on the ball when it comes to planning family events. She always remembers everyone's preferences. During our study group, my friend was on the ball, answering questions and helping us understand the material better. Hit the sack. To go to bed. After a long day at the office, I was exhausted and decided to hit the sack early. My parents always encourage me to hit the sack before midnight so I can wake up feeling refreshed for school. After our movie night, we all agreed it was time to hit the sack since we had a busy day planned for tomorrow. Taste of your own medicine. Experiencing the same negative treatment one gives to others. When my colleague started taking credit for my ideas, I gave him a taste of his own medicine by presenting one of his ideas as my own. After constantly teasing her little brother, my sister finally got a taste of her own medicine when he playfully returned the favor. My friend was always late to our meetings, but when I kept him waiting, he finally got a taste of his own medicine and realized how it felt. Keep your chin up. Stay positive. Even though the project is challenging, my manager told us to keep our chin up and focus on the positive results we can achieve. After my brother didn't get the job he wanted, I reminded him to keep his chin up because there are many more opportunities ahead. When my friend was feeling down about her exams, I encouraged her to keep her chin up and believe in her abilities. Pulling someone's leg. Joking or teasing someone. At work, my colleague was pulling my leg when he told me I'd won an award. My sister was just pulling my leg when she said she was moving to another country. I thought my friend was serious, but he was just pulling my leg about the surprise party. Burn bridges. To damage relationships. It's important not to burn bridges when leaving a job because you might need a reference from your previous employer in the future. Even though she had a bad experience in that country, she didn't want to burn bridges with the locals by leaving on bad terms. He regretted burning bridges with his childhood friends because he missed having them in his life. Kill two birds with one stone. To achieve two goals with a single action. By attending the conference, I killed two birds with one stone. I learned new skills and networked with potential clients. She killed two birds with one stone by visiting her family and exploring a new city during her vacation. He decided to take up photography so he could kill two birds with one stone, enjoying his hobby and creating beautiful memories. Break the bank. To spend all one's money. Buying a new suit for the interview didn't break the bank because I found it on sale. Eating at fancy restaurants every weekend could break the bank, so I prefer cooking at home. Staying in a luxury hotel might break the bank, but there are plenty of affordable options for budget travelers. Go with the flow. To be flexible and adaptable. In a fast-paced work environment, it's important to go with the flow and adapt to sudden changes. When you're traveling, sometimes plans change, and you just have to go with the flow and enjoy the experience. When hanging out with friends, I usually go with the flow and let them decide what to do. Back to the drawing board. To start over with a new plan. After the project failed, the team had to go back to the drawing board and come up with a new plan. When her painting didn't turn out as expected, she went back to the drawing board and started from scratch. The app didn't work as they hoped, so the developers went back to the drawing board to fix the issues. In hot water. In trouble. He got in hot water with his boss after missing an important deadline at work. She was in hot water with her parents for staying out too late without telling them. They found themselves in hot water after losing their passports while traveling abroad. Jump on the bandwagon. To join a trend or popular activity. After seeing everyone wearing sneakers with dresses, she decided to jump on the bandwagon and buy a pair herself. Many companies are jumping on the bandwagon of artificial intelligence to stay competitive in the market. When plant-based diets became popular, he jumped on the bandwagon and started eating more vegetarian meals. Leave no stone unturned. To search thoroughly. To find the perfect candidate for the job, the company left no stone unturned during the hiring process. While planning their trip, they left no stone unturned to ensure they found the best deals on flights and hotels. He left no stone unturned when researching the best camera for his photography hobby. Put all your eggs in one basket. To risk everything on a single venture. It's risky to put all your eggs in one basket by depending on just one job offer. When booking a holiday, don't put all your eggs in one basket by choosing only one destination. He didn't put all his eggs in one basket by focusing only on painting, he also took up photography. Every cloud has a silver lining. There's something good in every bad situation. Although he lost his job, he realized that every cloud has a silver lining because it gave him the chance to start his own business. After moving to a new city, she felt lonely, but every cloud has a silver lining. She made new friends and discovered exciting places. When their flight was delayed, they found that every cloud has a silver lining as they explored the airport and found a nice cafe. On thin ice. In a precarious or risky situation. He was on thin ice with his boss after missing several important deadlines, so he needed to improve his performance quickly. She felt like she was on thin ice with her parents when she decided to change her major without discussing it with them first. After canceling plans last minute, he realized he was on thin ice with his friends and needed to make it up to them. Get a second wind. To regain energy or motivation. After taking a short break, she got a second wind and was able to finish her project ahead of schedule. Even though he was tired after hiking all day, he got a second wind when he saw the beautiful sunset. After dinner, the kids got a second wind and wanted to play outside, despite being tired earlier. Elephant in the room. An obvious problem that is being ignored. During the meeting, everyone avoided discussing the elephant in the room, the recent layoffs that had everyone worried. At the family dinner, they all knew there was an elephant in the room about the recent argument, but no one wanted to bring it up. While planning the trip, they had to address the elephant in the room. One friend couldn't afford to join them. Hit the ground running. To start something and proceed quickly. When she started her new job, she hit the ground running by completing her training quickly and taking on projects right away. The launch of the new app allowed the team to hit the ground running and gain a strong user base from the start. After taking a short course in photography, he hit the ground running and started showcasing his work online immediately. A leopard can't change its spots. People cannot change their inherent nature. Even after his promises to improve, many of his colleagues believe that a leopard can't change its spots and he will continue to be late. She always helps her friends, but when they let her down, she realizes that a leopard can't change its spots. No matter how much he tries to appear responsible, his family knows that a leopard can't change its spots. Barking up the wrong tree. To make a wrong assumption. If you think I'm the one who caused the mistake, you're barking up the wrong tree. I was not even involved in that project. When he accused her of being late, she told him he was barking up the wrong tree because she had been waiting for him. If you believe that buying a new car will solve all your problems, you are barking up the wrong tree. Happiness comes from within. Make a long story short. To summarize something. To make a long story short, we had a few challenges during the project, but we managed to meet the deadline. After a long discussion about our vacation plans, to make a long story short, we decided to visit the mountains. We got lost in the city, but to make a long story short, we found a friendly local who helped us find our way back. Every rose has its thorn. Every positive aspect has a downside. Although her job is rewarding, she knows that every rose has its thorn, as it often comes with long hours and stress. Spending time with family is enjoyable, but every rose has its thorn when they argue about trivial matters. Traveling to new places is exciting, but every rose has its thorn. Sometimes, you face unexpected challenges like delays or lost luggage. Steal someone's thunder. To take credit for someone else's idea. She was excited to present her idea at the meeting, but her colleague accidentally stole her thunder by announcing it first. When my brother planned his wedding on the same day as my graduation, I felt like he was trying to steal my thunder. I wanted to surprise my friend with a birthday party, but another friend ended up stealing my thunder by throwing a bigger surprise first. The best of both worlds. Enjoying the advantages of two different things. With the option to work from home and the office, she enjoys the best of both worlds, flexibility and team collaboration. Living in a big city allows him to experience culture and entertainment while being close to nature, giving him the best of both worlds. By taking a photography class that meets on weekends, she gets the best of both worlds, learning a new skill and having free time to practice. All in the same boat. In the same situation or facing similar challenges. During the project deadline, the team realized they were all in the same boat, facing the same challenges together. With everyone working from home, we felt like we were all in the same boat, dealing with the same distractions and difficulties. When they struggled to find a job after graduation, they knew they were all in the same boat and supported each other through the process. Hit the nail on the head. To describe exactly what is causing a situation. When she pinpointed the issue in our project, she hit the nail on the head. His analysis of the team's dynamics really hit the nail on the head. The teacher hit the nail on the head when she identified the reasons for our poor performance. It's not rocket science. It's not complicated. Learning to use the new software at work is easy, it's not rocket science, and you'll pick it up quickly. Teaching my younger brother how to cook pasta is simple, it's not rocket science. Setting up the new smartphone is straightforward, honestly, it's not rocket science. A fish out of water. Uncomfortable in a situation. When I started my new job, I felt like a fish out of water in the unfamiliar environment. Attending the formal event made him feel like a fish out of water because he prefers casual gatherings. She was a fish out of water in the advanced class, struggling to keep up with the material. The elephant in the room. An obvious problem that people avoid discussing. We need to address the elephant in the room and talk about the budget cuts. Everyone was ignoring the elephant in the room, nobody wanted to discuss the layoffs. It's time to confront the elephant in the room and have an honest discussion about our issues. Over the moon. Extremely happy or delighted. She was over the moon when she received the news that she got the job she wanted. After finishing her final exams, she felt over the moon, knowing she could finally relax for the summer. Give someone the green light to give permission. I was given the green light to start this new project. The manager finally gave us the green light to launch the campaign. We received the green light from the board to proceed with the merger. A white lie, to tell a lie that is not very serious. I don't think you should get in trouble for telling a white lie. She told a white lie to spare his feelings about the surprise party. Sometimes a white lie can help maintain peace in relationships. Green with envy, to be jealous/envious. She was green with envy when she saw my diamond ring. His success made me feel green with envy, but I was happy for him. They were green with envy after hearing about our vacation plans. Day and night, continually working without stopping. I was studying day and night for my IELTS test. She worked day and night to prepare for her final exams. He practiced day and night until he mastered the piano. Drop out to leave without finishing. She dropped out of the course because it was too hard. Many students drop out of college due to financial reasons. He decided to drop out and pursue his passion for music. Learn by heart. To memorize, I learned all my idioms by heart. To succeed in the exam, I had to learn the formulas by heart. She learned the poem by heart for the school competition. Pass with flying colors. To pass a test with a high grade, I really hope I pass with flying colors. He studied hard and passed his exams with flying colors. She passed her driving test with flying colors, impressing everyone. Bookworm, someone who reads a lot. When I was younger, I was a bookworm. I just loved reading. As a bookworm, she spent most of her weekends at the library. My brother is such a bookworm, he finishes a novel every week. Brought up raised/developed. I was brought up in the country. She was brought up in a multicultural environment. He was brought up by his grandparents after his parents moved abroad. Child's play, very easy to do. Learning how to play the guitar was child's play. I could do it easily. Baking cookies is child's play for someone who loves to cook. Solving that math problem was child's play for him. Like a kid in a candy store, very excited about something. When I arrived in the city, I was like a kid in a candy store, there was so much to see and do. She felt like a kid in a candy store at the amusement park. Seeing the new gadgets made him feel like a kid in a candy store. To follow in someone's footsteps, to achieve the same things as someone. I followed in my mother's footsteps and became a teacher. Many athletes follow in their parents' footsteps to achieve success. She plans to follow in her father's footsteps and become a doctor. To run in the family, qualities that are similar in family members. We are all good at math, it runs in the family. Artistic talent runs in the family, with several artists in each generation. Bad eyesight runs in the family. My sister and I both wear glasses. As sick as a dog, feeling very ill. I was as sick as a dog last night and couldn't sleep at all. After eating that questionable food, I felt as sick as a dog. He was as sick as a dog during the flu season. On the mend, recovering, getting better. My mother was very sick, but now she's on the mend. After a tough week, he's finally on the mend and back to work. She's on the mend after her surgery and feeling much better. To show promise, to indicate possible success. The new vaccine is showing promise in early trials. His talent for singing is showing promise, he might go far. The project is showing promise, and we expect great results. Practice makes perfect. To continuously improve by practicing. My teacher said that practice makes perfect, so I need to practice more. I believe that practice makes perfect, which is why I rehearse daily. She knows that practice makes perfect when it comes to playing the piano. Break a leg. To wish someone good luck. I hope you do really well. Break a leg. Break a leg on your performance tonight, I'm sure you'll shine. He told her to break a leg before her big exam. Driving me up the wall. Something that annoys you waiting for my results is really driving me up the wall. The constant noise outside is driving me up the wall. His messy room is driving me up the wall, I can't focus. Better late than never. It's better to do something late than not at all. I didn't know how to drive till I was 30, but better late than never. She finally finished her degree at 40, better late than never. He arrived to the party late, but better late than never. Blind as a bat, can't see, bad eyesight. I'm as blind as a bat, I really need my reading glasses. Without my contacts, I'm as blind as a bat. She's as blind as a bat without her glasses, so she's careful.